Hello YouTube, Attorney Colin Wynn here, reaching out to you about a topic I want to talk to you guys about. It deals with the legal profession, of course, and it deals with attorney fee structures. A lot of attorneys have different fee structures and clients are kind of confused in how it works. So I want to kind of talk to you guys about the major fee structures and how they are broken down. So in the legal profession, there's about realistically 3 fee structures that you're really going to come across. The first one is going to be a classic retainer flat rate fee. The second one is going to be a billable hour fee. The third one is going to be a contingency fee. And the differences are pretty clear based on the names, but I'll go into details how they work. So the first one deals with the probably most common one, which is a flat rate fee. So when you go to an attorney or lawyer, they usually ask you, what do you want to do, and ultimately give you a quote. That quote is going to be a flat rate depending on what type of matter you need assistance with. So let's say you have a criminal matter and you were charged with a DUI. They will give you a quote of, let's say, $3,000 to represent you, and that's no less, no more. It's one of those things where even if it gets more complicated, then it's still $3,000. If it gets less complicated or it's more straightforward and easy, it's still $3,000. And it's very common in the criminal field of law. Another field of law that uses the flat rate fee structure as well is bankruptcy or foreclosure defense. Mainly because we don't know how much it's going to take, as well as the clientele, the client base, are strapped for cash. So it's permitted where you're like, this is how much it'll cost, no more, no less, and that is it. The second fee structure I mentioned earlier deals with billable hours. And it's usually used in divorces, civil litigation, which is like lawsuits between individuals or maybe businesses, because no one knows when you first come in how much it'll cost to litigate this case. Divorces can drag, it can be really short. Parties agree to everything and sign off, case is over. Or I'm fighting over my house, the pets, my children, maintenance, alimony, child support, all those things. So when that is the case, attorneys are going to have to do a billable hour, which we don't know how much it'll cost, but I'll charge you whatever my billable rate is. And typically you'd use it you have to deposit a deposit. So let's say like $3,000 deposit, and I'll bill against it. And that's how it typically is in the industry. And let's say you resolve the case in 20 hours. You might get your money back, whatever's left over, or if typically that's not the case and you owe the attorney money and they have to pay them the remaining amount. So it can go either way. It can be real fast, real short, or complicated and long. So that's why attorneys use that fee structure, because no one knows how long it's going to take, and they'll just charge you per hour. The last major fee structure is the contingency, and it's usually used in personal injury, wrongful death, medical malpractice lawsuits. So car accidents, doctors, visits that end up poorly, medical procedures, or just people who are hurt in a car, like hurt by other individuals who you'd be suing the insurance policy, as is the person who was negligent for your injuries. And depending on how the proceeds come out, attorneys typically do 1/3, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. In these cases, the attorneys are fronting these expenses. So oftentimes they won't take on your case if they don't know they can win. They only usually take slam dunks because they're putting out all these fees and they may not get anything. So that's usually the practice in those fields. And obviously attorneys and clients can work out maybe some kind of hybrid form. Let's say we have a flat rate up to this amount, and after that we can do a billable hour. Contingency is pretty difficult, but sometimes people do like, hey, file this lawsuit, it'll be this amount, and then you take 1/3 of whatever I recover minus the cost of litigating it. So that's usually how it works in the legal profession, dealing with fee structures, and attorneys will provide for you. And it's been industry standard for some time because it just makes the most sense. And oftentimes I know people are weary of doing billable hours because, hey, I don't know how much it's going to cost. And the truth of the matter is, no one does. And that's the nature of the beast. Hello YouTube, please like and subscribe to this channel if you found this video informational, and also comment below if you thought there were some issues that you wanted me to answer and possibly address, as well as any future recommendations for videos. That would be greatly appreciated, and I will be back with future content. Thank you very much. Have a great day.